Hi, my name is Brendan Lee. I'm a manager at KPMG. I've been there for about 5 years now, and I spent most of that time focused in the R2R space. KPMG does a lot in the space, but really the main couple of things, if I had to summarize it, would be implementations, health checks, process optimizations, and especially more recently managed services, which has been a really big focus of ours to help bring value to clients. We really focus on what we call the powered method, which means we're starting with our vision and validate, which is really where we're going in with the design. So we like that to start really with one of our big mottos there is to say measure 3 times and then execute once. You want to take the time up front to look through everything, go through all the requirements, make sure that's all documented, and then come in and actually execute on that once the plan is set really strongly. Once that's done, we move into our build phase and going into deploy, and finally we're going to go with our go live and then evolving for hypercare to make sure there's a strong user adoption. There's a bunch, but I think 2 of the ones that can really help right off the bat is focusing on your deployment plan. It's different for every company. Everyone's in a different situation. So you want to sit down, you want to say, how is this best for us? Are we going to go with a big bang? We're going to do all 4 modules across all users at the same exact time. It would make more sense maybe to one of the most common ones we see is phase it by the different modules within Trintech. So you want to start with cadency close because you can do that a bit quicker to improve your speed to value. Then move on to other modules after that, depending on your requirements and what you're looking for. And especially for global companies, it can often make sense to phase it by region. So you only want to start with one of your smaller ones to get going. You might want to start with, if you're mainly in the US, if you have some offshore, you might want to start in the US to get a global design. We really like to sit down with each client before the project even starts and make sure that that's clearly laid out and it has the best one set up for them. There's a lot of different things depending on which parts of the product you're talking about. I think one that I see a lot though would be in the cadency match module. It's getting your data right. And you want to make sure that you have that in a standardized format if possible to bring it into the tool and really be able to then take advantage of everything you have there. All right, limiting the number of different custom import definitions you have and being able to have as few number of match rules impacting as many different transactions and getting you as high of an efficiency rate as possible. Sometimes we will take a more of a minimum viable product approach and then optimize from there. So that would be one way that you could do that within, let's say, reconciliations, for example. You want to get your GL balances in there and then just a few of the key subledgers, maybe AP, AR, and fixed assets. So you're able to get some of that auto reconciliation benefit right off the bat, go live, and then once you're live, continue to bring on more and more subledgers, more data, take advantage of things like different accruable templates to be able to really get yourself to a better auto certification rate. Trintech makes so many different people available, not just from the partner team, but from all parts of the business to make sure that you can get the answers you need. And so KPMG specifically, we really have worked with you guys for so long that we know the different people to reach out to for different products, different issues. And on top of that, I'll also give a quick plug to the support model that Trintech has. It's really great. The ability to open tickets, to be able to tag them different areas, to escalate them. And especially when you're in the middle of your implementation, you really need those answers to a lot more questions than you would typically have once you're live. They really do a great job of making sure that higher level people within that organization are tagged into the project, and on some of the bigger ones that are more complex, or even having regular calls to continue going over issues. The idea portal as well, giving everybody the opportunity to really say what Trintech needs to add to give everybody what they need. When you're implementing specifically, having that partner involved really gives you the ability to not just look at this as a technology implementation, but take the time to actually improve your processes as well. If you put bad process into great technology, you're going to get a bad result, no matter how great it is. So being able to take that time to use the various different people we have at KPMG that can provide you with knowledge on what is the best process to bring into the technology, and do that all at once to really modernize your workforce. doing the planning up front, coming up with the right plan, coming up with what is the main driver of this, right? We've had clients who have come in and said, hey, we really need journal entry because we're going public and we have these new requirements, right? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't use all of the different things Trintech has to offer, but it might mean that for that particular client, you want to sit down and do journal entry right off the bat and then come back to the others later. For a lot of others that are just pursuing it not because of any specific regulatory reason, but because they want to improve their efficiency overall with the close, then you want to sit down and say, all right, here's the leading practice way to get the best speed to value and to make sure that we're optimizing as we go. I think especially within the matching module, I think that's the one where you can really save a ton of time. You can save time with all of them, and AI is making it where my answer on this may change in the next few years. But for now, I would say the match module is the one where we really see that. You get improved controls, improved efficiency from everything, but you can save hours each and every week with the matching module without question.